Why does my face look so strange? I'm glad my makeup can hide it. My hair, I wish I had natural curls. I wish I was attractive. Body, I wish I had slim and hot body.
Almost 52% of all women and girls feel insecure about their bodies, and I'm one of them. For the whole decades, different beauty rules and standards tried to provide the idea that women should look a certain way and not otherwise. From Venus and Willendorf to the ancient Greek standards, from early Renaissance era to the Victorian era, from fabulous flappers to the supermodel era. Beauty standards and rules were based on the role women played in society and other circumstances. For example, the body of the Venus of the Willendorf was considered ideal because it was great for a lot of birth giving, and that was the main priority 25,000 or 30,000 years ago. By 500 years BCE, Pythagoras came up with a ratio of the beauty. Plato thought of beauty as of the mix of harmony and symmetry, so that he came up with the golden proportions for the faces, so that women started to care about their faces. In Renaissance, artists wanted to move away from that strict and modest values of Middle Ages, so that they started to appreciate pleasure, fertility, and youth. And ideal woman of artists like Raphael was considered to be curvy, with pale and a little bit flashed cheeks, and round soft face.
An article published in the Journal of Cosmetic Dermatology revealed Raphael admission that most of his paintings were not based on real models, just on his imagination of what an ideal woman would look like.
It was the beginning of the transition from simply considering the women to be the objects of fertility to the objects of lust and beauty. In 1558, Queen Elizabeth ushered in the era of makeup. Pale face and signature red lips became a trend, but after France rebelled against aristocracy in 1789 and people wanted to distance themselves from the disgraced royalty, more natural looks became more popular among men and women, and then men used makeup too. The members of the revolution began to fade and makeup became popular again. But in 1837, a woman's place was at home according to the rules of the motherhood, and females were urged to have great emotional fulfillment in motherhood, so that pale, frail, weak look was all the rage.
From the turn of the century to the First World War, women tried to match Charles Gibson illustrations, pale woman with a huge bust. It was the beginning of the trend towards the thinner body. Well, the Gibson girl image that appeared in the 1890s combined elements of older American images of contemporary female beauty, such as Fragile Letty and the voluptuous woman. From the Fragile Letty, she took the basic slender lines and a sense of respectability. From the voluptuous woman, she took a large bust and hips, but was not vulgar. She had an exaggerated S-curved torso shape achieved by wearing a swan bill corset. And you heard it right, this was the beginning of wearing the corset. And this is Evelyn Nesbit, American Artist's model.
In the 1920s, women had a right to vote, and they disposed of that oval corsets and piled up here. It's when the problem with the weight loss began. But subsequent events took care for not giving the opportunity to people to gain extra weight, and I'm talking about Great Depression, world wars, and lack of sources.
Then, with the when women started to rework men's suits into the women attire, which determined the padded shoulder look, creating a sharp, hourglass figure.
When the situation with the war and economy calmed down, the trend for emaciated bodies faded away. However, it returned during the supermodel era. And, hairy and chic style became popular, and that was the main reason a lot of women started to go through anorexia. But again, this information cannot be related to all countries because different countries have different history and different culture. By the way, it cannot be related to all social status. Remember, the world appreciates diversity, and though these fashion shops have this opportunity to deceive that thin bodies are again the trend, it's not truth. So dear girl and woman, if you are watching this video, remember you are undoubtedly beautiful the way you are, and your main priority should be your health. You are lucky to live in the 21st century when no one has the right to blame you because of your appearance, and only your personal view or opinion towards your appearance matters. Of course, despite you heard the motivational words, you will care about your appearance and what others are thinking about you. I 100% will care about what others are thinking about me towards my appearance. appearance. But if your concerns towards your appearance decreased at least by 1%, that would mean that this video is made not in vain.